Hi guys, it's October 21st, 2015, and I am in Budapest, Hungary. So, since we last spoke, the migrant crisis is essentially over here in Hungary. The fence that was built between the country and Serbia, and then between Hungary and Croatia, essentially stopped the flow of migrants to insignificant numbers. Now that's Hungary's situation. For the rest of Europe, unfortunately, the situation is not as good. It's worse. It's getting worse. I mean, by the day. Even though the weather is now a lot colder, there were approximately 10,000 crossings just yesterday into Greece from Turkey of migrants from the Middle East and from Africa and from other places. Those migrants are going to make their way into the rest of Europe. Now, as the flow is exponential. It's just going to keep on increasing until essentially the Middle East and Africa empty themselves out into Europe. 9,000 people in a day. You know, we're already talking about excess of 3 million a year. 3 million people a year crossing into Europe, assuming that the numbers doesn't continue to grow. In Germany, the number of migrants expected is already at approximately 1.5 million, perhaps in excess of 1.5 million. The European elite just, they don't accept what's going on. They just would rather stick with their old tired ideology, with the way they were taught to do things, than to just accept things for what they are. The welfare model here in Europe, I mean, it's dead. It cannot continue at this rate, because the welfare benefits of Sweden, the welfare benefits of Germany are essentially being extended and offered, no questions asked, in the entire world. And it's mathematically unsustainable. The resources of the country are just not there. Now, countries such as Sweden, which consider themselves moral superpowers, they're going to be in a very short period of time. They're going to cease to exist as European countries. There's going to be a population there. It's just not going to be a native Swedish population. It's going to be something else. The country is, in a short period of time, relatively short period of time, essentially ceased to be a functioning state as far as being a European nation is concerned. Different people are gonna take over, and the country is gonna be rendered unusable for the native Swedes and even for other European populations. What they have in cities such as Malmo right now is just gonna expand and expand like a cancer that just eats up the entire country, every corner of it. We're not talking about big cities anymore. We're even talking about villages. Germany, the situation is just as bad. And Angela Merkel, who's a complete idiot, she doesn't know what to do. She has completely lost control of the situation. Her idiotic migrant quotas are not working. I think 19 African refugees were resettled from Italy into Sweden, for all it's worth. And her country's just becoming a sponge for the Middle East and for, you know, other parts of the world. And at this current rate, I mean, it's not inconceivable that 2015 was 1.5 million people. If trends continue, 2016 is going to be, you know, 3 million or maybe 4 million people. And if you look at age brackets, then the ethnic replacement of the Germans is stunning. I mean, it's taking place very, very quickly, because the Middle East is essentially exporting its young men. That obviously has all sorts of implications, least of which are law enforcement related implications. But that's the way it is now. You know, there's a lot of resistance right now in Germany, and the Merkel government, the Merkel regime is I mean, I think it's going to get toppled. Some 188 MPs, the majority of the CDU, CSU MPs have told Merkel, her own party's telling Merkel, you know, you don't build a wall, we'll build a wall for you, because your policies are just not working. And something needs to get done before we lose the country. Now, instead of doing something productive, Angela Merkel and her desperation, you know, this woman she's a lunatic. She's you know, if she were a doctor, she would be the type of doctor who, in order to fix a leg that's broken, she would break the other leg. So her solution, her remedy to the migrant crisis is to allow Europe to be blackmailed by Turkey into granting visas, free entry to 75 million Turks, and whoever is on the coattails of the Turks. So her solution to the problem of no borders is even less borders. And you know, I don't know why she's even proposing this as a solution, because it's, you know, it's obviously the counter-indicated medicine, but in the small brain of Angela Merkel, this counts as a total solution. You know, it's just not. Or maybe she doesn't care. You know, she doesn't have children, so she doesn't have to worry about her legacy. If people spit on her grave when she's dead, the German people spit on her grave when she's dead, it's probably not going to be a close relative. So maybe she doesn't have a concern there. Now, there are Germans who are very upset about what's going on, and they're holding demonstrations. Thousands of people are gathering in Dresden and other parts of Germany every Monday. And Angela Merkel, being the authoritarian that she is, being the Stasi, the children, the child of the Stasi government of her youth, and she's very upset about these gatherings. She's very, very upset. She calls these people haters and Nazis and all sorts of names. But, you know, you got to think about it. Hater? You know, this is not a matter of love or hate. I mean, this is just a cold, calculation of your self-interest to oppose her migrant policies and her open border policies. This is just not good for you if you're a German. This is terrible. Terrible. Angela Merkel is giving away what's not hers to give away. The entire country. Now, you know, I'm not German. So, I mean, I'm just calling things for what they are. I just happen to live in a country next door, and everything that happens in Germany has an impact here. Because Germany is a big guy in the kiddie pool, and you know, if Germany starts causing waves, then you know it hits everybody. So whatever happens in Germany is of concern here in Hungary, and unless Germany builds walls, it's going to be inundated. It's going to be inundated by all these people, and the makeup, the flavor, the fabric of the country is going to be completely transformed, and it's going to be a transformation for the worse. So it's interesting. I mean, you know, the left is very upset about, you know, people just demonstrating and saying, this is crazy. This is gonna completely turn my life upside down, because they don't have a plan and they don't have a response. They just have their so-called values, but they're not values. They're just an idiot's guide to a complete disaster. You know, you just have to look at things from what's good for you and what's good for your kids, and what's going on right now is not that. All these people coming over and taking over the country is not good for your kids. It's not good for your grandchildren. You know, you better start teaching them languages other than German, because Germany and Sweden are just not gonna, you know, no country, no society can sustain this long term. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Again, a strong rebellion in Germany, and I don't think Angela Merkel is gonna weather this, and I don't think she deserves to continue leading a country, the interest of which she just does not want to take into account. All right, take care, guys.